Welcome to the first episode of the Seller's Lounge. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Jon. And we are your favorite agents from SmartSeller.
So it has been around 3 months since we officially launched on 4th April. And we're mainly active on TikTok where we do a lot of short form content. And I felt that because we have to keep the video short, we were not able to elaborate more or go in depth of what SmartSeller really is, who is behind SmartSeller, blah, blah, blah. So in today's episode, it will be kind of like an official introduction on what SmartSeller really is. And so I have Jon, who is my guinea pig, who will be answering all the questions, so I don't really need to use my brain. So Jon, what is SmartSeller?
What is SmartSeller?
Yes.
If I have to put it into words, SmartSeller is essentially the smarter way to sell your property because we offer clients 2 options. We have 2 sales packages. Basically, one is called the Saver Max package and the second is called the Saver 75 package. So under our Saver Max package, we have fixed fees, 3.7 for HDB, 7.7 for condo and 15.7 for landed. And for our Saver 75 package, we charge a percentage of the property's price for full agent services. The only difference between the 2 packages is that if you go for the cost-saving Saver Max package, we do not provide viewing hosts.
So basically, SmartSeller is kind of introducing a DIY selling concept where we still give you everything except that the owners would step in to help us with the viewing. And I think actually it's better sometimes when owners do the viewing themselves because they're the one that really knows the best about their property. They know the best about the neighbors, maybe the traffic conditions around there. And I like to think of the analogy something like a food delivery platform. So for example, if you opt for delivery to your doorstep, then you have to pay the extra delivery fee. Sometimes merchants even make the food more expensive, but if you do self pickup, then you probably save like maybe 25-30%.
But it's essentially the quantum of the savings also lah, because I've had clients tell me that like at 3.7 compared to 2%, let's say like it's $1 million HDB for example, 2% will be 20k worth of agent fees, but at 3.7 you are essentially saving $16,000. So if you go via the traditional form of 2% marketing with an agent out there, essentially you are paying $16,000 for a viewing host when you can do it yourself. Yeah, because we, like you mentioned just now, we do everything from marketing, taking pictures, photography, buyer qualification, negotiations, and we follow throughout the entire sale also up until closing.
I think that's maybe one of the miscoms that some people have. They're like, oh, fixed fee agents, maybe you don't do some stuff. Maybe like there are a lot of like not quality service that you're giving us.
Yeah, I received some hate on TikTok. Somebody was saying that somebody was telling my client that fixed fee agents, like we are not there all the time. Once we transact the property, then we disappear.
Actually, I think it's the other way around because for us, we really make sure that our sellers have at least 3 agents servicing them. That's like us, and then we have 2 account managers for every single client. So at any point of time where the clients have an issue, they can just reach out via the chat that we create, and then they ask anything. I mean, out there are horror stories whereby agents are the ones running away. For example, they prefer to focus on things like new launch because the commissions are higher, and then they just maybe use your listing as bait. So I think we're actually the better options compared to
smarter options.
Yes. Okay. So maybe Jon, you can tell us who is in the SmartSeller team.
Who is in the SmartSeller team?
Because most agents out there, for example, whether in PropNext or EIA, even though they have a team, they're working in a team or a division, they are kind of like solo people. They are running their own business. But in here, we are really a team. So in a sense, who is in the SmartSeller team?
As opposed to other agents, like the individual 2% self-employed agents out there, at SmartSeller, we are really industrializing the wholesale and marketing process. So for agents like Alexis and myself, we are listing managers, and supporting us on the back end, we have accounts managers who are also CEA registered and licensed agents as well. So the difference is that, while we are out running appointments and let's say our clients have questions or documents that need to be endorsed throughout like HDB resale process, for example, our accounts managers will be the ones that are able to promptly assist our clients lah. And also we have our in-house media team that takes care of all our video production, like the TikTok videos that you see on our TikTok, Instagram, and also our more extensive home tour videos on YouTube.
And this podcast.
Yeah, and this podcast. They are all sitting behind there. You can't see them.
And we also have like social media specialists, business development, like managers to really make sure that we're giving the best experience to sellers. And that's why we're called smart sellers. That's right.
Smart sellers.
Okay, so actually, aside from selling, we do buying as well. So if any of you are looking to sell your HDB condo and you want to move or upgrade or downgrade to another property, we actually do help with that as well. So I think some people are wondering, oh, do you only focus on selling? Actually, no, we do all properties, just that our fixed fees are concentrated on residential properties. Okay, so another small inty-binty controversy that we have is that many people are saying that we spoil market. And we have quite a lot of haters on TikTok saying, oh, you charge so low, you're spoiling the market for other 2% agents. So what do you feel about that?
I think if I were still a 2% agent, that's exactly how I would feel. I mean, because technically, as a 2% agent, consistency is, I think, one of the main issues that I struggled with.
Definitely.
Like, not every month or every week, we get to churn out a deal or secure an exclusive. So I think that's part and parcel of why we had to charge 2% also, because consistency coupled with, the extensive costs for marketing. Yeah, so I understand where, the 2% agents are coming from. I understand why we are receiving so much hate, because I would be at the end of disseminating that hate if I were 2%. But, I think it's all about providing clients with more options. Yeah, because 2% is still a substantial amount of sales proceeds when you sell your home.
Yeah.
So some clients, maybe they need to free up that cash for renovation or, to pay for their student loans for their kids.
Or buy a new car.
Or buy a new
go on
car,
holiday.
like whatever it is. I mean, having more money at the end of your property sale is definitely still better than having less. So basically, us coming into the market, yes, we might be disrupting the market a bit, stealing some business here and there. But ultimately, customers, clients are the ones that are benefiting. They get to choose, whether they want to go with 2% or whether they want to go for a more cost-saving alternative. With still the same value being added.
That's true. I mean, I feel that honestly, we're not taking away the jobs of the 2% agents. There are still customers who are very comfortable with paying that amount. Like, costs is not the most important factor for them. For example, they are looking for people who can they trust, or maybe they just prefer, agents from PropNex or EIA or whatever. Basically, there's a market for everyone. It's like some people like Uniqlo, some people like maybe like Gucci. I feel that every agent will have their own pool of customers.
Yeah, I just had an appointment over the weekend, and then right before me, like the day before I went down to this 3-room HDB at Bukit Batok, there was actually a PropNex agent that spoke to the seller already. So turns out like the 2% agent, like she charged 2%. And when I came in with my fixed fees, although the value proposition was there, like the seller, she understood and she realized that yes, I could provide the same services and also give her this cost savings. She still chose to let the PropNex agent continue marketing her unit, because maybe because she left an impression before me, or maybe it's because part of the reason is also because they went to view a unit that she was selling. Yeah, so like I think there are a variety of factors that clients consider when choosing which agent to work with, and cost is definitely not
the only determining factor.
So I wouldn't say that we are stealing all the business. It really depends on how you brand yourself, I feel.
That's true. Branding is important as well. So don't come for us. Don't be haters. And I guess, do you think that fixed fees will be the new norm? Like maybe not now, but maybe 1 year down the road when more people hear about us. Because honestly, we're not the only agents or companies introducing fixed fees. There are solo agents who are doing that as well.
Obviously, I hope that it becomes the new norm. Then we will be one of the key players. But genuinely, I think it's hard for the entire market, to accept a fixed fee model. Because when it comes to selling a property, there are so many factors that come into play: the quantum, the difficulty. You can't access, the current buyer pool in the market also, and marketing costs are constantly fluctuating. So, like, how long and how much effort it takes to sell a unit or a specific development, it varies. And that's why I feel, from the get-go, it was the percentage. Yeah, the harder it is to sell a property, then the more essentially incentive the agent has to work for it lah.
And actually more money would be needed to pump into marketing, making videos, maybe boosting things on the property grow and all that
Plus
kind of
managing a fixed fee model is, I would say, not for everyone lah.
Yeah, it's not
I
as
think
easy.
because we are a corporate entity,
Yeah.
so we have maybe a higher budget to kickstart the business. Can I say that?
Can.
Yeah, but as a 2% agent, you are an individual, you have bills to pay. Yeah, lah, it may not be as easy to take such a small piece of the pie from the get-go.
Also, I think that DIY viewing is not for everyone. That's where the most of the cost savings comes, because like the agent doesn't need to go down and stuff. So sometimes, firstly, the units are not are tenanted, so tenants are not incentivized to do the viewing for you. Sometimes the units are vacant, so usually people, that one is a bit harder for DIY viewing, which is the fixed fee one, which is maybe why some people would consider 2% agents. But of course, on our end, we also do the full package, which is the Saver 75, which is for condo and landed 0.75%, and then HDB would be 1.75%.
Yeah.
So that is where the viewing is included for those of you who are busy or unable to do the viewing and stuff. But still, compared to a 2% agent, we are still much, much more affordable as well.
At 0.75%, you're essentially saving 1.25%.
Yeah.
That's more than half already.
Okay, so we've actually come to the final question. I think this question is what everyone wants to know.
And we've received so many queries about it, which is, who is the secret boss behind our whole SmartSeller operation?
His name is Toot. I'll repeat his name. His name is Toot.
Okay, so this is the end of the first episode of the Sellers Lounge, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback or questions, you can actually leave them down in the comments below, and we will try to answer you the best we can. If not, we'll see you in the next episode of the Sellers Lounge. Goodbye.
Bye.